pressures of wanting to make the right choice are weighing on my heart so heavy, because I just feel like I cannot F this up. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, hey girl, thank you for coming and checking out this video. And if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you so much for just spending time here, being a part of the gang, you know what I'm saying? So I was actually downstairs vlogging, and I was talking about some things that I'm experiencing right now, feeling like I'm at a crossroads in life. And then I was like, I need to sit down and really unpack this with y'all, because I know that although our life experiences may not be the same, I'm not the only person experiencing this. I know that for a Fendi fact, okay? So I'll kind of run you through what I'm thinking about right now, where these thoughts are coming from, and just hopefully, I don't know, this is like, you know, a visual diary vibe. So just share with you what's on my heart, and hopefully it is well received. Also, we got my mother in the building, okay? So this is my beautiful mama, Arthur. So I got this over here. Her memorial was on Sunday, and it was absolutely beautiful. And just like I mentioned in the vlog, thank you so very much to all of my friends and family and loved ones for showing up and showing out for us. The village is just truly unmatched, and I'm so deeply grateful for all of the love that we have been receiving and continue to receive. And I'm so grateful that my mom is at peace and that I feel true peace in my spirit. I made a video a few months ago now, probably talking about what I'm learning in my 20-somethings, right? And let me just tell you, just in case you weren't clear, I'm 25, and 25 is really pulling up like, what's up? What? Like 25 is like, since I'm outside, like, what's up? What's popping? And I'm just like, I guess first I want to break this down so that way you guys can kind of understand where my head is at, so I can kind of compartmentalize this so it's not all over the place. I want to break this down into a few different subcategories, if you will. So first, I want to talk to y'all about the effects of losing parents, and the physical, of course, at a young age. And then I'll kind of talk you through the 25-year-old crisis of it all that I'm having, okay? Not a crisis, we're not claiming that, but you know the vibes. So generationally, I feel as though when new people are born into a family, right? So that means when we have babies and stuff like that, your parents take care of you. If everything goes well, your parents take care of you. Then as you get older, you turn around and take care of your parents, right? So your grandparents help out, the village takes care of everybody, but it's essentially like we come into the world and our parents take care of us, and their parents help them to take care of us, and the village helps them to take care of us. And then as we progress throughout life, as people start getting into later phases of life, it flip-flops, and then you start taking care of older generations, right? And obviously everybody's family dynamic is different, everybody's family structure is different, but I do believe that this is the way that we are all supposed to operate in terms of, like, from the indigenous and our ancestors, it was all about the village, all about the family, and just pouring into each other. So I feel like when you lose parents in the physical at a young age, in addition to grief and trying to navigate life and all these things that come into your awareness, which is very real. If you think about it from like a hierarchy perspective, I'm seeing it like visually as if it was like a stack of blocks or something, right? And it's like one stack of blocks. If you rip out the middle block, that whole tower might just mess around and could topple over. Even if the tower don't topple over, you pulling it from the top, from the middle, rather than taking it off the top, it just creates a level of friction. So that's a weird analogy, but just follow me, just go with it. So what I'm really learning and what I'm reflecting on right now with this new position that I've been put in, that I have the honor and privilege that God bestowed me to walk this life, with my mother, who would be the middle between myself and my grandmother, with her no longer being here in the physical, I have to now prioritize making sure that my grandmother is taken care of, right? And my grandma can take care of herself. Let's be very clear. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong or nothing like that. I'm just trying to paint a picture to y'all of the realities of what happens when you lose parents at a young age. Because essentially, like I was explaining to y'all about how the generation after takes care of the generation before, when that generation after, that middle generation isn't here, now it's up to that younger generation to step up to the plate, right? Which is perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. That doesn't mean that it's going to be always easy, or that, you know what I'm saying, it's something you're so excited about. You may feel like life is robbing you of something. Like, that's a very real thing. But so that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just like, okay, well, I know that based on my life experiences and based off my life's design, I have a different set of responsibilities that I have now been initiated into that I need to be thinking about. That doesn't mean that there are things that need to be taken action on right this second, but they are things that need to be thought about. I think also when you lose loved ones in general, but particularly losing parents, it really makes you hyper aware to how fragile life is, and to the fact that life is short and it's so unknown. Like, none of us know what our time is here. We don't know when your time is going to be up. We don't know that. And so that creates a real level of a sense of urgency. And if you're not careful, for me anyway, a level of anxiety just about knowing that time is so sacred, and knowing that we don't have a lot of time. It's like, how are you going to spend your time? And I feel like something that I've been battling with and really working through, and my family has been helping to just kind of lead me through, is trying not to overthink and overanalyze or beat myself up for being afraid to make the wrong decision. I guess that's the whole thing that I'm trying to get at. I just broke that down to y'all so y'all can see the reality of the levels of responsibility and the things that you have to think about when these experiences arise, but also thinking about the fact that, again, I can only speak on behalf of myself, so I'm not trying to speak on behalf of the population or nothing like that. I'm just speaking on behalf of myself as a 25-year-old who both of my parents have transitioned. I feel a sense of urgency it keeps me up at night. You know what I'm saying? Like a sense of urgency, a sense of awareness that all of this could be gone tomorrow. And so I'm very hyper aware of that and trying to figure out, okay, well, I know there's things that I want to do in my life, and I want to live my most full, authentic life. And so on one end of the spectrum, I feel like now more than ever, I have to live my best life, because life is not guaranteed to any of us. At the same token, I don't want to make the wrong choice and prioritize living my life, and that comes at the cost of something else, because life is always going to be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully that makes sense. So to come back full circle to what I was saying about kind of being at this crossroads, I'm at this space in my life right now where I'm really asking God, and I'm really asking the divine to lead me and guide me for the divine desires over my life. What direction am I supposed to be going in? Where should I be going? Who should I be doing it with? And how can I set myself up to be in alignment with that, right? I know the desires of my heart, and I just want to make sure that the desires of my heart are in alignment with the divine desire, the highest desire over my life. Because again, when life really gets real, when you see somebody take their last breath, and you see life come and you see life go, you realize just that much more how sacred life is, and just how much of a gift that life is, and you don't want to waste it. But part of that not wanting to waste it is like, I'm still 25. Like, I'm still out here in the thick of it, okay? Like, into the thick of it. Like, really trying to figure it out. Now, granted, I also had to grow up really fast. Life experience will make you do that. And I'm sure that people who have been in a similar situation to me have also experienced that. But it's weird, because it's like I'm in this middle ground, smack in the middle of my 20s, where it's like, okay, I'm not fresh off the press, like in the party scene, in the bars and the clubs and stuff. I'm not really in that lane anymore, but I'm also not in the settle down, married, children, home ownership, all that stuff, right? That's what I'm working towards, and cultivating my career and all these things. That's what I'm working towards, but I'm not there yet. So it's like in this middle ground, like I was telling y'all before, it's like, how do I maneuver in this? What do I do? And what I'm realizing is that the reality of it is, experiencing the loss of both of my parents, the concept of like, what are you going to do with your life, feels so heavy, and it feels so overwhelming. And so that's why I was telling y'all before about, you know, having to surrender and having to really trust the Most High and having to totally be able to be like, okay, I gotta let this marinate. I gotta be able to be open to receive these divine downloads of which direction I'm supposed to be going in. That's why I detox today, okay? That's why I'm cleansing. I'm getting my life right from head to toe, because girl, it's just too much. And as I'm trying to navigate this and think about this, I really have to be thoughtful about like, okay, well, I want to move and I want to be able to cultivate the lifestyle for myself where I'm operating in that self-actualization, right? At the same token, I don't want that to come at the cost of knowing that there may be people who need me, and because of what I want to do, I'm not there for the people who need me. I also don't want to only be there for the people who need me and then as a result not be fulfilled personally within my own life because I didn't actualize my potential and actualize all the things I wanted to do because I was worried about making sure that other people were okay, right? And I don't know what it is about these 20s, but it just feels like everything is really that deep. Like it really feels like everything is not the end of the world, but it really does feel like a life-defining decision. Which direction are you going to go in? Because these 20s are defining your life. And yeah, so I don't have the answers. This video is not to give you an answer. This video is not to tell you to go this way or don't go this way or whatever the case may be. This was purely for me to just share where I'm at, and hopefully other people, I'm sure other people can resonate with this and just really, all I got is I'm just asking God. Like I'm literally just asking God. I'm praying every day. I'm present every day, being intentional about getting back into my spiritual practices, cleansing my body temple, taking time so that I can be led in the direction that I want to go in, but also making sure that I'm not shortchanging myself along the way. Yeah, I just feel like I guess I just want to say, like, heart to heart, if anybody is going through this or has experienced this, please know that I see you. If you have, you know, some more skin in the game than I do, please feel free to comment or share some words of encouragement, share some words of wisdom, because it's real. It's really, really real. And like with my dad, I'm one of 4 children of my dad's, and also my dad's parents were not living. So you don't have that aspect, right? And there's also, I'm one of multiple people, so multiple children, so in terms of having to help out with other things, there's more than one person that has to bear the weight of that. With my mom, I'm her only child, and my mom is my grandmother's only child, so now it's literally me and my grandma like this. We've been like that anyway, but it's just her and I, so it's like there's a different set of responsibilities and a different sense of roles that come with that. And truthfully, grief of maybe parts of myself or things I wanted to experience or things I want to do that maybe I won't get to, maybe I will. That's up to the divine. I'm blessed that my grandmother is in good health, and so these are not things that I'm necessarily needing to think about at this moment. But again, knowing how fragile and precious life is, child, you really ain't got that much time that you think you do anyway. That's what my brain is telling me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just like, but yeah. And I feel like this video ended in kind of a question mark, but that's because it wasn't supposed to end with a solution. I just wanted to really share what's on my heart with y'all. I have been tuned in to Phil Kofer's channel for a while. If y'all don't subscribe to Phil Kofer, you should definitely check his content out. It's dope, it's bomb. But I remember paying more attention to his content. I resonated with it because he lost his parents, and me at the time I had lost my dad, so I really resonated with his content. And then I remember when it started to become clear to me that my mother was getting ready to depart from this earth, I remember thinking about Phil and thinking about, you know, the quality of his life that he is committed to having, and being like, I can do this. Like, I can go through this and I can still be happy and still have joy. I can do this. Like, sometimes you really got to give yourself that pep talk, like, you can do it. You're going to be okay, right? That doesn't mean that it's going to be easy or that it's going to be butterflies and rainbows, but you can do this. And so that is what I really took away from his channel, and it's such an inspiration to me. That's why I said, if y'all have not seen his content, definitely check it out. And he says the same thing. It's like, God gonna get you through, because listen, can't nobody else do it, okay? I guess I'm saying this to say, like, if you really do have to be thoughtful about how you conduct your life, because a lot of our decisions aren't only impacting ourselves, they impact other people, even if you don't think they do. That's whether you've lost parents or not, whether you're just a regular, not regular, but you know, if you're just living a life without those experiences, it doesn't matter. Our choices impact other people, and so we have to be conscious about that. And I feel like the pressures of wanting to make the right choice are weighing on my heart so heavy, because I just feel like I cannot F this up. Like, I cannot afford to F this up. I have to make my parents proud. I have to live the best life I can. I cannot F this up. Like, and if my life, if God calls me tomorrow, like, I want to be able to feel like I did everything that I could do. And so, yeah, just trying to balance my desires with the divine desires over my life, just trying to navigate these 20s and lean on people who have more experience, lean on God for that internal understanding, you know, really having those internal conversations, allowing my intuition to lead me. That's really important to me. And so like I said, as I have always been telling y'all, I am extending love from the bottom of my heart to anybody who has experienced this, or who may be experiencing this, or who is going to experience this, and you don't know it because you don't know until it comes knock, knock, knock. So I'm sending y'all so much love, and I thank y'all again from the bottom of my heart. The way that my content has been being received has been beautiful. It's been amazing to see how once I just stepped into full vulnerability and stepped into just letting everything flow and not worrying about how and why and when and strategizing everything, the content has been so well received, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank y'all for supporting me on my journey. Stay tuned for another episode of What the F is Going On in These 20s, okay? And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.